Ryan, you scored in the game with that wonderful finish. What do you remember about the goal?
Not much, to be honest. I remember the kind of absolute ecstasy of kind of celebrating and stuff, and then I remember jogging back to the halfway line thinking, oh, this is amazing, like we could qualify here, and then realising there was still half an hour to be played, so I need to switch on again. But yeah, obviously an incredible memory and a few amazing pictures. In fact, there's a picture of me and you that came out of it.
It's a good one, isn't it?
That's cool. So yeah, it was probably one of my favourite goals of my career.
Callum, your pass, of course, to Ryan resulted in the goal. Brilliant to see two Celtics teammates linking up. Some goal by Ryan too. Did you claim the credit for the assist?
Oh, aye, absolutely. No, it was kind of like counter press moment. You win the ball back, then you step in, took a good first touch, and I was actually going to shoot. I realised I was quite far out, and I seen Ryan pull off a nice kind of angle, so I just reversed it to him, and then obviously he does so well to control that and then sort of pass it back across the goal.
You actually faked me with the shot as well.
You nearly went past the ball there. No, so it was a good goal, great finish by Ryan, and like I said, the team was set up really well that night, and that was the type of goal that we looked like we should have been scoring in that game, and again, just a brilliant night all around.
And of course then Serbia equalise almost in the 90th minute. What was going through your head at that time?
Obviously it wasn't nice at the time. Obviously I'd been substituted by then, so it was tough, but obviously the way it kind of panned out in the end, it kind of makes it even better, the way the game went overall.
Did you feel the pressure of a nation walking up to take that penalty?
Yeah, I think you know how big a moment it is, but in fairness, you know, with the stadium being empty, it wasn't quite as intimidating as what you think it would be. The emotion of the game, your adrenaline takes over a wee bit. So you obviously know how big a moment it is, but at that point you just have to try and steady yourself, you know, pick where you're going to go and just trust your technique. And over the two penalty shootouts, the boys were incredible. They really held their nerve.
Then of course Marshall saves their penalty. Scotland are through to the Euros. What was that moment like?
Yeah, it was incredible. Obviously the country not been there for 20 odd years, and like I said, you just knew the magnitude of the game. You know, going into the stadium, even at half time, we kind of sensed that the game was there for us, and it's just one of these nights, I think, when something special, you knew something special was going to happen. And for it to end like that, obviously Marsh makes a brilliant save, and I think like a few of the boys start running down the pitch, and then we're not sure if it's like retake or no, and once he finally gives the okay, then it's just like Ryan said, it's just pure ecstasy, and you know, just an overwhelming relief as well. You know, I felt like we were under pressure that night to do something, and to come at the back of it, we're actually getting there was incredible.
Of course, Ryan, we could see the emotion in your interview after the game. Were they tears of joy and relief at ending 22 years of hurt?
I mean, as soon as Marsh saved the penalty, I was an emotional wreck for a good kind of half hour on the pitch anyway. And then, you know, normally with these interviews, you get your chance to go away and get your shower and change and stuff, and you do your press. So it's a bit different. Obviously, come straight off the pitch and going straight into an interview. So it was, you know, it was a bit more raw, and obviously it was just the kind of magnitude of the success. You know, it was amazing, and you know, even kind of Luke Shanley asking me the questions behind the camera, crying while he was doing it as well. So yeah, I've certainly got. Yeah, I wasn't the only one. But yeah, it was obviously it was nice coming home, and you know, people telling me that they shed a tear with me back home. So it's a nice feeling. Obviously, I've taken a bit of stick for it since then from the boys.
Of course, due to COVID restrictions, the Tartan Army couldn't be in the stadium that night, but did the players see the supporters' celebrations on social media after the game?
There was bits. I think I was shown one where the kind of Scottish media team had kind of chopped up one of all these kind of parents and sons and stuff watching in their living rooms and that, which was always nice to kind of to see that. And then you were getting sent clips of a couple of, I think there was bagpipes on the streets of Glasgow and stuff like that. So it was nice to see, even in kind of tough times back home, that people were still kind of celebrating, having an amazing night. And again, that was just another kind of feeling of, you know, how kind of proud you felt of giving some kind of success and happiness back to the country at what you said was a difficult time.
Of course, not only did we get through to the Euros, but we got a new song. Yes, Sir, I Can Boogie. How long was that song in your head for?
Months after it. It was all everyone would sing. So no, it's nice, like you said, it gives us a wee sort of theme song as well, and boys did a great night after it, and quite rightly so. They deserved that success, and they deserved to have a great night, and hopefully everyone did.
18th of June then, England v Scotland at Wembley. how excited are the players at facing the old enemy in the tournament?
Yeah, of course, you know, that's the type of games you want to be involved in. Like I said, you're a young kid, you dream about getting to these tournaments and playing in the big games, and that's exactly what you want. I'm sure I can speak for everyone that, you know, we're all buzzing to get there at the end of the season and have a good camp, and then, like you said, take on 3 massive games.
Scotland, of course, get to play twice at Hampden Park. Looks like the fans will be back in the stadium, some of them anyway. How much are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, I think it's just the kind of the icing on the cake almost of, you know, eventually reaching a major competition and then getting to play a few games at Hampden as well. I think they're saying maybe 25% of what it can hold or something like that. So, you know, I'm sure they'll be as loud as anyone because, you know, they'll be desperate to be back in stadiums just like we're desperate to have them. So, yeah, I think everyone's just looking forward to it even more.
Such a massive boost for the nation, of course, but on the pitch, how far do you think Scotland can go?
I think they've shown in a kind of knockout scenario that they're, you know, very well organised, and manager's done a great job, and I think everyone will fancy it. I really do. Like you said, it's 3 massive games, 3 really tough games, but we beat Czech Republic at Hampden, so we know that's the capabilities are there. So, like you say, we go in, you know, we attack it with full focus, and if we do all the right things, then you just never know. Like you said, everyone's desperate for you to do well, so hopefully that momentum and the positive energy translates onto the pitch as well.